is up, Facebook, YouTube, social media peeps? How you doing? What's up, YouTube? So check this out. I have, maybe 8 to 7 more days until my Facebook ban is lifted. But just because I'm banned on Facebook doesn't mean I'm completely blocked from doing everything. I mean, I can't post messages or share posts or anything like that. I can't call people, but they can call me. And while scrolling through Facebook, I came across some softcore hentai, which is basically Japanese anime cartoon porn. And one person is completely clothed, but the other person, and they're both chicks. One chick's completely clothed, but she's taking a red candle and dumping hot wax on a topless chick in her panties. And you could totally see everything. And even though it is merely just a cartoon, that's still beside the point. Fuck your double standards. And when I went to go flag the photo, here's the best part. Facebook didn't have the option for flagging the photo. All it offered was like the page or leave a comment. Can you believe this shit? So softcore hentai is allowed on YouTube and Facebook if it's done tastefully, but which, I mean, yeah, it wasn't over the top raunchy. It was just some topless chick getting candle wax dumped on her, but oh yeah, here's the one. Posted December 17th. And literally, the chick who is completely clothed is still showing a shit ton of cleavage. And because it's art, anime, cartoon, whatever, sometimes Facebook lets you get away with certain things. But I'm looking at this photo going, okay, this depicts erotica and all kinds of things. Strictly done for the pleasure of men who are scrolling through Facebook, who are into that kind of thing. So when my of-age fangirls hit me up and asked, what's the underwear look like? You know, I put them on, and I had a shirt and socks on. And I got a 30-day ban from Facebook because of it. And I got a female's perspective on this in real life, and she even agreed with me 100%. It is complete bullshit. And to prove my argument, I looked up, goth latex models on Facebook. They're everywhere. They're sitting there wearing leggings, a thong, a leather hat, and 2 pastries to cover up each nipple, and that's it. Leaving little to nothing to the imagination. I figured if that was allowed for them, why shouldn't it be allowed for me? Why should men have all the fun on Facebook? You know. I suppose I could have waited till I didn't have a boner, but the idea of my of-age fangirls wanting to see me in my underwear got me excited. That's all I'm going to say on that. They probably wouldn't have flagged the video if I wasn't aroused, but you could see the outline of it because it was tight underwear, but you couldn't see the actual thing. You couldn't actually see my dick. And my question is, how is this any different than women parading around on Instagram and on Facebook in their bra and panties? If people want to argue, well, you got that ban because you could totally see the shape of your dick. Okay, then if that's not deemable safe for Facebook standards, then why are women allowed to parade in their bras on Facebook? Because you can totally see the shape of their boobs. And sometimes the bras are see-through. And this is the thing of it. I'm not trying to bash women in this post. I'm just trying to make a fair point. You know, I really can't complain about double standards because I'm a male. Plain and simple. Because as soon as I complain about sexist double standards, of course, some woman will chime in, you don't know how bad it is being a woman. Truth be told, YouTube, men and women face the same standards, just in different ways. When men and women face the same standards, just in different ways. You know, society expects women to have big boobs to be attractive, or a dude to have a big you-know-what to be considered attractive, and, you know, it's bullshit. So whenever you hear someone say, oh, you have no idea how hard it is to be this or that, just remember that you've got a story to tell, they've got a story to tell, she's got a story to tell. Everyone's got a story to tell about how hard it is. You know, it's just human nature. And the kicker of it, when I went to try to revoke the Facebook ban, it simply said, "Tell us why why you think we should lift your ban." So I typed in, because this ban is sexist and supports double standards when women are allowed to parade in their bra and panties. Why shouldn't men be, you know? And when I went to go send report, I got a message popping up saying, we could not process your request right now. That's because Facebook knows I'm right. 100% right on this issue. And rather than just swallowing their bullshit and letting me back on off my ban, they're going to say, nope, not allowed. Not allowed. That's alright. 8 more days ain't that bad. I don't mind waiting. I'm just saying that it's stupid. And since being on my ban, when I scroll through Facebook, I see a lot of suggestive posts that make me go, okay, you want to call what I did unsafe for Facebook, but look at this person over here with their post. Way worse, way less clothing. And here's the best part of it, YouTube. If this were women being sexistly treated, they would have fought for it and had it changed a long time ago. Anytime a woman is discriminated against, she can fight for equality and get it. But if a man fights for gender equality, you know, it doesn't work. Because historically, women have not always had the rights they have now. So because of that, whenever a man tries to bitch about sexism, he'll get the whole, well, you don't know how bad it is. And to any woman who sits there and says, you don't know how bad it is, okay, if you're living in a Western society, and the worst thing a man can do is offer his opinion or disagree with you, and you feel repressed, okay, try living in the Middle East where women are treated like dog shit, for one. Or two, try living in America during the 1800s, and then talk to me about how you're an oppressed woman. Okay, I'm sorry that my ancestors were dicks. Nothing I can do about it. It's in the past. If I could change it, I would. But when I was scrolling through Facebook, and as I stare at this pic right now, in fact, I'll share the photo in the description box below so you can get an idea of what I'm jibing at here, you know. Facebook wants to say that me wearing a shirt with my underwear and socks was deemed unsafe for Facebook's standards, what have you. But then here we sit with this mildly graphic softcore hentai picture on Facebook, and I'm like, I guess for future reference, just, yeah, don't parade around in my underwear on Facebook. I'm not holding it against my fangirls for asking. You know, I'm holding it against Facebook for being stupid. And then, of course, the pictures that follow the commenting of said meme. Some of them are very inappropriate. Here's a bottle of hand lotion and a Kleenex box, both with shit-eating grins on their faces. Like, yeah, we get the innuendo. That's horrible. Social media is definitely not for kids, man. And maybe using this anime picture to prove a point might be going a bit far, but how is this deemed safe and acceptable for YouTube, but what I did isn't? You know? That's the kicker of it, YouTube. These double standards make me laugh hysterically. You know, I'm sitting there trying to figure out, okay, how and why, you know. You could say this anime picture is quite titillating. Ooh, he went there. I wonder how many people are gonna wax off to it. Get it? Because she's using a candle. Oh, jeez. What kind of baskets do candles make? Wicker baskets. Get it? Wicker baskets. I'll wait for the crickets to stop chirping because that was just bad. That wasn't even funny. You know what they said? You know what they said about the candle who did bad deeds? It was very wicked. Get it? Wick. I thought you said you were gonna wait for the crickets to stop chirping, but apparently I didn't wait long enough. But I'll let you be the judge. Now, most of you probably don't even use Facebook. And if you have kids who are looking to use Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or some variant of. This is a prime example of why you shouldn't let kids use Facebook. They get hated on for just being themselves. I don't even know, and I might, hopefully I don't get flagged for sharing the photo on YouTube, which would be some bullshit if I got flagged for sharing this photo on YouTube and a link to prove a point. I mean, you can't directly see the photo with the link, so be fair warned, it is a little sexual in nature, but it's not like over the top, you know, it's mild, but still. That's beside the point, YouTube. Some chick getting candle wax dripped on her, and she's half-ass naked, making a face of ecstasy, like, that's perfectly safe for Facebook because it's a cartoon? Come on. You know, it's that gray area. People say you're not allowed to do anything sexually explicit on social media unless the site is made that way. Like Facebook and YouTube are very picky about, you know, anything nude related, and that's the thing of it, is I wasn't completely nude. You want my honest opinion? I think someone got jealous of my huge cock in that video, so they flagged the video to smite me, like, haha, that'll show him. Whatever. People who want to sit there and argue, but you could totally see the shape of your cock, that's why you got banned. Okay, you could totally see the shape of chicks' boobs and asses when they're wearing thongs and a pasty. So, sitting there, that doesn't hold up. I mean, I'm not gonna let it affect my outlook on life or social media. It just shows you how fucking hypocritical Facebook is. I think we'll call this video Facebook's Hypocrisy Exposed. It'd be more ironic if I could post this on Facebook itself, but I'll settle for YouTube. And it really makes you think, you know. It really does.